Thank you, Mr. Green.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Commissioner, for both coming again before the committee and for your work. And just to highlight, you talked a little bit about the quasi-constitutional right to access. Maybe that's something in a perfect world where that would be articulated as a constitutional right, because I think that open and transparent government should certainly be the default, and it is incredibly frustrating that we have this culture of secrecy that exists. And I would like to, in a little bit of a follow-up to the conversation, so you referenced, and I apologize if I missed it, but there were four of the six. You referenced six in your opening remarks. One was with TMC, four were with the Department of Defense. Did you mention what the other?
It was 6 to the referral of the investigation to the Attorney General, but 4 application of mandamus, 3 against DND and 1 against National TMC.
Okay, I appreciate that being clarified. So there are those 4 current proceedings before the courts. Now I think that we find ourselves in an interesting circumstance because you being given order-making power, and it would have at one point in time been seen to have been enough to name and shame. We've had similar conversations with now a series of ethics commissioners where a $500 fine for breaking the ethics rules was at one point seen to be the punishment of being exposed to have broken the ethics rules was enough. And certainly, you having been assured in the beginning that, don't worry about it, no penalty, it's not a big deal, because of course they'd want to, and I'm being a little bit facetious here, but Madam Maynard, Commissioner, what would be an appropriate penalty to ensure that that we don't have this culture of secrecy perpetrated upon ultimately Canadians who are denied access to their information?
It's really hard to tell what would make institutions understand their obligations, the fact that it's important that they respect the law, and that the requests must be responded within a certain time, and that the orders of the commissioner must be complied with. Who's responsible ultimately? Is it the unit who's responding, the minister, the people between? It's to find those, that would be a difficult task to determine where did it break. But a penalty, we don't have penalties under the Act. The Commissioner of Official Languages was just provided some penalties with his new Act. It's going to be interesting to see if that has an impact.
Right.
But I would love to have performance objectives where maybe, some people would be required to respect the obligations under the Act.
So to pivot back to the, when criminality is involved, you refer those cases to the Attorney General. It seems to me that it would be possible that that's a little bit like a black hole. You don't see the result of that, and certainly Canadians don't see the result of that. So I'm just wondering, does there need to be transparency in that process? So that if you see criminality, if there's that need for that referral, does there need to be a public reporting mechanism? Because certainly I would like to know that the 6 cases that you've referred, what the deal is with those. Are cabinet ministers implicated? Was there criminality within departments? Those are open questions that I think should be fair ones to ask. Yet we have this black hole currently that exists administratively, that from the good work that your office does, coming against the wall of prosecutions, and then all of a sudden it is a Liberal-appointed Attorney General that is then responsible for the decision-making process of what to do with possible criminality that could have significant political consequences. Do you see a concern with that process?
Under my submission for the amendments to the Act, I suggested that it be changed to a referral to the appropriate authorities. So that would be opening my authority to refer to the RCMP or to another police authority.
Right.
But right now, it's very specific. It has to be referred to the Attorney General.
So there could be right now alleged criminality that is not being investigated because it would be easier for the Attorney General to simply make it go away?
Very quick.
It's their decision. It's within their authority to decide what they decide to investigate or not.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.